everybody, this is January 9th. Still snow on the ground. Going to Florida next week. Next weekend through the following weekend. Visiting the family in there, and my mother's family are out there here. But I'm going to talk about, what companies need to do to heal the industry back. And first of all, kind of a response to whatever YouTuber is, whatever the link is down below. I forget what it is, but I'll probably add a link to my comments instruction. Of course, it's right down the bottom before the comment section here, as of YouTube as of right now here. But today we're going to be talking about what industry can do to make video games great again. Last year, for one thing, EA, the reason why I'm boycotting them is for the last few years. The last time I bought an EA game was probably Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. I looked at the box and it was an EA game. That was my beginning of the boycott, and ever since then, I've never bought another EA game. I think the last games I bought was Create for the PlayStation 3. Yeah, it was a crappy game with... It's like worth like $5 or $10 right now. Such a crappy game with just basically a sticker, like a sticker thing, or probably just puzzles or like this. I wouldn't call it Create. But this year, but okay, let's take a look at first games coming out for preview 2016. We've got Doom coming out in the spring. We got Mario and Luigi for the 3DS, which are probably be downloading on January 22nd. We got Dreams, which is hopefully still coming out this year. Dream is a pretty interesting thing, and it's kind of like a platformer creator, which is actually a Little Big Planet 3D, but like this here. But I think this year might look better because Zelda Dreams, Doom, no Mario game this year, but maybe they'll probably update Mario Maker. Hopefully they'll announce a 3DS version of Mario Maker, because I really want that game, because it has a lot of potential in the 3DS, with Street Pass and online and something like that. I mean, Mario Maker would have been explodingly good if it wasn't a 3DS. But we're going to be talking about what they can do to bring gaming back to its glory days in the past. If you're a retro gamer, yeah, you have these great side-scrolling platformers, and a lot of diversity was going back in towards especially like actually in 2000. Right now, it's becoming a classic PS2 classic. But if you have PS2 and you have these games, it's the variety of the games. I mean, the colors and the amount of gameplay per gameplay here, and the in-depth gameplay. Especially Nintendo, their game is the RPGs are like so deep. They're that you can actually being able to kind of like it's in a game of itself to hit the enemy or like this, and like the summon monsters are like this here. But here's what companies should do. For one thing, they need to narrow down the IPs. They need to provide. They need to use the IPs right towards the gamer. That providing them with a diverse gameplay. Secondly, I think the game should be down. I think it's time for companies to drop the prices down to $40. trust me, $60 for even. Trust me, I think in the $20 to $40 price range. I mean, that's what retail games should be today. I think. How the hell is Mario Tennis Ultra Smash for $50? Really? One stadium, 12 playable characters, $50. Yeah, I mean, you're getting pretty much value for your $50 gameplay. That might be okay about when video games first came out. But this is not. I mean, video games are right now a commonplace. So I don't know why. I don't know why they're still $50 or $60 a day for retail games. I mean, look. Let's put it this way. It costs more to make a movie, right? I think it costs Disney a lot of money to produce Star Wars: The Force Awakens. And yet, how much is the Blu-ray going to cost? $25, $30 most? So why are games $60 when it costs less to make? Even the most expensive games out there cost less to make than a good movie. So I've actually I remember doing a video about that one before. So I think games should at least go down to $20 to $40. Like $20 for maybe games like Mario Tennis is an example of a game that should be. It's worth it's not even worth $20 to me, but I think it should be like that for a retail price. Other games like the Kung Fu Panda, yeah, I bought it with my gift card money for $50. I played it and it's just basically Smash Brothers with a new skin, with less characters, and you're paying $50 for it. It's even less content than Super Smash Brothers. The new Super Smash Brothers game on the Wii U. I didn't buy Mario Tennis Ultra Smash. It's 6 or 12 playable characters. The amount of playable characters in Super Smash Brothers should be the number of the playable characters in tennis. They should have been at least 40 playable characters in Mario Tennis. There should have been a tournament mode and a single player mode. I mean, I was expecting that, but no, we still got, they stripped it down for this game. They're still charging us $50. Like, Nintendo, come on. All right? It costs a lot more it costs more money to make Super Smash Brothers because you have all these stages that you have to create. You have all these, modes and the home modes like this. But that game, so why is that game $50? Well, $50 or $60. Well, Mario Tennis is like $50. Yeah, really? I mean, Mario Tennis to me should be Mario Tennis at that point. It's just as big as maybe a small DLC, small downloadable game like that. I had, to be honest, there's some games that had a longer amount of enjoyment of a downloadable small indie game than Mario Tennis. So yeah, you need to drop the price. They could drop the price down to $20, like this. And to be honest here, let's look at the pie. I have noticed a pie here. I went to the analogy of the $60 game price here. The pie, about half of it is publishers and the other quarter is retailer. It makes me think twice of saying, is my money go to the people who created the game? Yeah, suppose I did a lot of hard work on making my own game, and I published from the EA. And I had $1 million, I had $1 million thing in sales, and after all the money I spent on making the games, I get like $1,000 back, but the publisher gets to keep the money. Let's face it this way, I mean, so yeah, I mean, you spent $200 million on making a game. The game made about $1 billion. So $500 million goes to the publisher. $250 million goes to the retailers. So in other words, I've lost money because I've lost money, and it's not the pirates that are, they're hurt. It's the developers are losing money because of publishers that are greedy. And that's where the damage to the industry is today. I mean, we gotta, show that we gotta, figure out this way. So, I think the CEOs need to get a huge pay cut, and I think that the publishers need to get a pay cut. Developers deserve at least half the money. Yeah, better yet, I mean, if like $20, give $10 to the $10 towards the publisher. I mean, if it's 20 or 30, 40 bucks, I mean, the game would sell a lot more. Publishers would get a lot more in the money. No. The developers get a lot more in the money. Excuse me. Publishers, they'll still be probably making money because you're not doing the work anyway. So yeah, $40. Most of the gamers go to developers, who actually can care about the game. So that is this is why this is how the industry is coming up. If games are broken or they're not worth the money you spent, and they're really overpriced, I blame the publishers for this. The publishers are greedy, and it's going to be a matter of time before games come to $70, $80, $90. And they're going to be stripped down even more. A lot of the games are going to be locked to DLC. I could guarantee that there's going to be pushing more for on this DLC. And speaking of DLC or DRM of EA, we're warning people saying if DRM is becoming almost uncrackable, we're going to be seeing an apocalypse of companies that will take advantage over this unbreakable DRM, and they're going to really restrict the gamers what they can do. We'll probably not be able to see. It will probably be to say, hey, there's a 1-year license to Battlefront 5 or 6 for $100 for a 1-year license for the game, and you have maybe a field or two to play and the things. Is that going to be coming up? Is that going to be in the future? Or or publishers are going to be, if we gamers still eat into their big corporations bullcrap like this, we're going to be seeing games swell in price. I mean, we could be seeing $100 or either games to buy a game you have to pay about $130, $140 for the base game. DLC is going to be way up high in price, and you're not going to get any quality for it. I think, and you're going to be seeing a lot of these. You're going to be seeing a lot more mergers. You're going to be seeing a lot more studios being shut down. It's basically, EA is an evil company, and they've proven to that. They shut down companies like Maxis. They've rushed. They butchered they botched the Sims and the Sim Cities, and they just basically butchered these streams down here. I could be a matter of time before these studios, they shut down the studios and fire the thing here. So I think that I think that we gamers here are going to have to listen to, what the thing is here. The pie, I mean, the $60 analogy, if it's 75% publisher and retailer, and the 25% for various other regions here, that tells me that these companies are really greedy. And they're getting into the money towards these EA and Activision's, the hungry, power-hungry, greedy companies that they are today. If they're going to use DRM to just strip our customers out of cash now, and this is what we need to do. So I think that what companies could do to put it back here is drop the price to $40. Give more percentage of money to your developers, the studio people that make your game. Create more, and here's the other thing that they need to do: like, be more innovative with the games. All right, allow your your workers to develop your games, more freedom to innovate something. I mean, if I was EA, I would say, hey, let's create something brand new, and showcase your consumers, say, new innovative ideas. All right, always go back to the past. All right, see what was great back in the past when there was a lot of diverse games. A lot was diverse games. Like, Final Fantasy 9 and 12, which had, like a unique battle. Like 12, it has like a real-time battle sequences where you can be able to program your characters. That was a really interesting battle sequence. This is something that I would really love to return in the future Final Fantasy franchise here. I thought 13 sucked. We need platformers again. We need to bring platformers. I have to say that platformers have a lot of potential. They can be able to provide some new elements of the game, including like that here. I have to say that Media Molecule is now making Dream, and I think it's something I'm looking forward to. We haven't looked forward to that here, but it's looking pretty interesting. You can be able to. I mean, it allows a lot more people to. It basically turns us into prosumers, and okay, can be able to have a battle. Hey, it can be a battle against these evil corporations, and like that here. And best of all, you need to think twice before, providing an exclusive license to like a common thing, like an NFL game or a Disney Star Wars games, and hogging up these licenses here. I think if a company uses all these big licenses, it's like basically, we want to play games, you have to support EA, and it's hard to do that, but it's boycotting like this. But they need to trim down the IPs and like provide give up exclusive licensing and produce something that we can that other people can create their own Star Wars games. And I can't because of EA, like that. So put a license out there, and so that another company could also make a Star Wars game. From Disney. And I think that's what so that's what it is about. So I mean that's what I have to say about what companies should do this year. I'm sorry, I'm kind of running in for my first week of January. I hate January. I hate the cold. I sure wish we had things like this back in December, but it's kind of stupid over here. So yeah, I mean, this is what I have with video games here. Yeah, and I have to say, I think retro gaming is retro gaming is pretty good because it actually provides us. I think retro gaming, because retro gamers today actually is provided for some indie developers to produce new games with a retro feel. I think that might be I might view that as a light at the end of the tunnel, because unless these stupid publishers decide to buy them out and kill it, which I really do believe, which may likely happen. I think EA could buy out the creators of a lot of these publishers, because you know how greedy they are today. But we can be able to. But yeah, just don't buy EA games until they start, realizing it's, and until they ask you the ultimate question, say, why aren't you buying the games? What can we do to help you win back as a customer? It says, look, don't be greedy. Sell off your, if you can't, if you're, if you, sell off the studios and let them make their own way. And that's what I have to say about it. All right, anything on the news? Regarding Catherine, I would love to do Ultimate Game. Catherine, I heard that Catherine is had a difficult time again as we're heading into 2016. Catherine, she almost killed herself again. But my response to him is, well, there are things here. We would love to do Ultimate Gamer podcast again, if I can get the time to do it. Maybe I'll probably do it some weekend. I really want to do Ultimate Gamer podcast. Time's tight. Time's tight. Working 2 jobs again. I was dragging myself out of bed Monday. Yeah, we had that video. 1 week in January, but it's gonna be Monday again on Monday. Then I'm gonna be away for Florida for a week, and then back in Massachusetts here. So yeah, I think 2016 will be probably a better year for gaming. A couple of games I'm looking for is Doom. I hope that game works. Please Bethesda, do tests for, because I don't want Doom to be broken. Mario & Luigi's coming out on Friday. I might download it when I'm down there. And hopefully Final Fantasy 16, the new Zelda game. Hopefully Kingdom Hearts 3 will be coming out. And hopefully 2016 will be a better year. We could be able to go back to the good old days of gaming again, when gamings were diverse. And last thing for Sony, I hope you add a feature that I can put a PS2 disc in my PS4. It's time for Sony to get the reality. Suck it, Sony. The PS4 is powered off the emulator. It can play DVDs. Which can play CDs because it uses the same laser diode. Yeah, Sony, how about you put, disc-based backwards compatibility in the PS4? And lastly, I'm hearing that the chips are going to be cheaper in price. So maybe you can be able to just put a little CD technology back in the PS4. If you put a PS4 Slim that can play PS1 and PS2 games, I will gladly trade in my PS4 in for a slimmer one that can play backwards compatible games there. You will be finding if you make a PS4 Slim that can play PS1 and PS2 games via discs, I will just traded my PS4 I bought day one and for the new Slim. That has more powerful hardware, has an emulation, and also has a laser dial that plays CDs and DVDs. And so yeah, do it, Sony. I mean, Microsoft did it. I mean, Microsoft did it. And they can play Xbox One games. They can play Xbox 360 games, and they're right now adding Xbox original backwards compatibility towards the Xbox One. So do it. So do it, Sony. Just release a new console that has the laser diode in it, with emulation in it. You don't need an Emotion Engines or graphics synthesizer to play the PS2 games. So do it, Sony. The new Slim will trounce in sales. And lastly, what Nintendo should do with the NX? Make the NX Wii and Wii U compatible, and GameCube compatible. I mean, CD players are dirt cheap these days. I mean, you could put a mini CD in on the slot. So you can put mini DVDs you can put in. So yeah, you can make a you can make the NX backwards compatible with GameCube, Wii, and Wii U games. Even the games, and yeah. And also backwards compatibility with the new games here. Lessen the restrictions of what I can do to the Nintendo purchases here. If I buy a game from the Nintendo eShop, I should have the right to make a copy and put it to, or transfer it to any devices they own. And same thing with Sony. I mean, same thing with Microsoft. I mean, you need to explore ways to give your gamers the opportunity to, allow your customers to make copies of the games. I mean, this is how copies of games you bought on download that you downloaded here. So this is what they should do. I think Dreams should make. I think Media Molecule should make Dreams PlayStation Move compatible. Therefore, if I use my Move, I can be able to draw platforms and like this here, or draw platforms and like this. And the PlayStation Move does have capabilities. And so the PlayStation Move sucks. PlayStation Move sucks. The PlayStation Move is a pretty good peripheral for the PlayStation. The problem is that they're not using the developers are not using it right. They're making use of gimmicks. It was basically it's a gimmicky because the games are gimmicks. It's not the peripheral itself. They showed up with Little Big Planet that the PlayStation Move can be a good tool if it's used right. Same thing with the Wiimote. It can be a very good tool if it was used right. Metroid Prime was an example. I used a nunchuck controller to move Samus around, and being able to move around the camera, and being able to aim and shoot with the Wiimote. I mean, this is what Metroid Prime should be. So yeah, Metroid Prime Remix, make it Wiimote compatible. Compatible. They should make a Wiimote with a second analog stick on it. That'd be really great tool. And that could, finally provide a hybrid motion towards / controller. So I got broken half here. This is this is what companies should do in the future. This is what Nintendo should do in their next consoles. And lastly, Nintendo add a hard drive. All right, Flash Media is 32 gigs of this, 64, 128 gigs. No, that's I think that's minuscule of today's standards. The NX should have at least a 1 terabyte drive. All right, terabyte drives they're cheap nowadays. You get a terabyte for $50 or $60, $70 now. So that's what I have to say. It's kind of a long video. Snowing, half hour. So yeah, me, JD out.